Did we do it? 1.5 trillion? Yo! Hey everybody, it's Rob here. We did it on the Spritiborn. We finally reached more than 1 trillion damage for the hits here that we do with our Spritiborn. And there is multiple new technologies, and I want to use this video here to show you some gameplay and also to explain these new technologies that we have been using here to reach this crazy amounts of damage here. So first of all, there is some crazy scaling with barrier generation and your passive here, which is called Vicious Shield, basically giving you more damage the more barrier you have. And you always ideally want to have like a ton of barrier here. You see, when I'm attacking these target dummies, we're hitting for insane amounts of damage, and this is all thanks to the barrier generation and the crazy overpower life tools that we have. So you can see here we have hits like up to a couple billion. There's 700 billion damage. Like, this is basically kind of the hits that you can expect from this build. And you see here, we have 18k barrier, 18k fortify, and 18,000 life. And this is just scaling our overpowers like crazy. Now, obviously, I don't have the numbers activated for overpower right now. So if I were to activate these, it would look something more like this. So you see, every hit we do is overpower. And this is thanks to our Banished Lord talisman. And the DPS we do also goes completely crazy. There's 700 billion again. This hits into the trillions of damage here. Once we are like fully optimized, and once like you keep stacking it up on some monsters in high levels. Like here we're hitting for 700 billion, and it goes completely crazy. We basically have 350 resources, and we are spending this resource every single hit, and then gain it back once we have our Revenger active. You see, we spend and gain it back all the time, thanks to the Midnight Sun Ring and 100% resource generation. So we are spending 350 vigor every hit, and we are generating it again, Midnight Sun, and this triggers our Banished Lords and our Kepeleke, which makes it guaranteed crits, and the Banished Lord makes it guaranteed overpower, and with that we guaranteed crit and overpower and get the Banished Lord multiplier. So that is pretty insane, and we are scaling it now with Quill Volley ranks. You see here my Quill Volley is actually at rank 24 already. And we are using the Harlequin's Crest now, rather than the Ebevaka Harmony. You can still use the Harmony Ebevaka if you don't have a Harlequin's Crest yet, but Harlequin's Crest is a bit better, and I don't even have it perfectly masterworked to anything. Like, you want to masterwork the resources. I masterworked this because I wanted to play Barbarian at some point. I masterworked it to cooldown, but you really want a greater affix on the resource and masterwork it into the resources, again, for the multiplier with Kepeleke, because it gives you 3% damage per point of resources. So it goes completely wild, and the DPS goes completely insane. And yeah, then you want to stack the Barrier Gen, so you have no more Tyrell Smite. You can still play Tyrell Smite, but Soul Brand with the Barrier Gen. And here I also haven't triple critted at all. Like, so you can probably get like triple of the damage that I have right now if you just get the right rolls. And I've been farming. Finally, they just updated the Forgotten Soul drop rates, and I need to farm Forgotten Souls, and we need to farm Oxide here to upgrade this build, and that's exactly what I'll do today on stream. But I already wanted to make this setup here real quick for you. I also have the planner linked below here. This is a 250 Paragon board. We also changed the runes, and I'm just going to show you the entire setup. So we have Harlequin's Crest. Again, you want a masterwork resource, not what I did here. The planner has the perfect rolls. Soulbrand, you want a masterwork Barrier Generation. We have Moonrise here, you want a masterwork Quill Volley. We have Tybet's Will, you want to masterwork the max resources. We have Boots here. You want to ideally masterwork, I think, 1 in Vortex and then 2 times in Life. I don't even have a greater affix. But the more life we have, the more overpower damage we do. So it's going to be completely crazy. Kepeleke, you want to masterwork the resources. Banished Lords, you want to masterwork the core skills. You can get +7 here. Pretty insane. And the life is also okay. Here on the ring, we are playing with the blocked aspect. And here you ideally want to masterwork, I guess, the resistances. You want 1 resource roll for 100% resource generation. 100% resource generation is very important for your Midnight Sun Ring, because you want to generate 100% of your resource with Ravager up. I actually have a calculator. You see here, I attack and I get it instantly back. Like, it goes down and we generate it again. And this is what you want to reach. So just want to make sure you have enough resource generation. Usually 1 roll in the ring does the trick. Again, there's going to be a calculator for you where you can put in your numbers depending on your Midnight Sun roll in the description. Yep, and then this is basically the stats here. I don't even have max rest right now because dropping 2 rails you need to solve your resistances. So since Shako gives you like 500 armor, you can actually drop the armor gems in your jewelry, and I have a bit of overkill armor. Again, the setup isn't optimized. It's not min-maxed yet. We've just been cooking a bit, and like this is just like way stronger. We actually do pit 125 with this, and I can do like 130 probably with the setup in the next days, and we probably will. Thanks for the raid. So yeah, big life, big barrier, very important, and just a lot of stats here in general. And ideally you want to have your max fully maxed out, but again, masterwork is missing. Then we have the Spirit Hall Jaguar. This is like the big hits that you're seeing here once we have the Jaguar skilled, and then we have Gorilla here in secondary. Gives us more resolve stack, which gives us more multiplicative damage. And you can see here, like my Overpower hits is basically the normal damage, and the white numbers that you see here, 200 billion, 250 billion, that is 700 billion. That is the Jaguar Spirit Hall. So that's doing all the crazy damage. 700 billion again. You get the idea, right? Like, and this is actually from the Jaguar Spirit Hall accumulating the damage, and this is hitting for up to 2 trillion. I've seen it hit. I've not spotted all the numbers, but like one of the numbers here is like 1.6 trillion that we've hit, and this was just in 121, and we are like, we can probably do 10 tiers higher than that. But yeah, very important. And again, you can just play Harmony if you don't have the Harlequin's Quest. You just need to make sure that you have 275 resource. If you don't have this, do not play this build. You need to have 275, or it doesn't work, because you will not be able to overpower on every hit. Okay, then we're going over the skill tree. We did a couple changes here as well. We have Quill Volley max, of course. We have 3 in balance, and then you might need to see if you need 1 point in vigorous or more. Again, check the calculator. You need 100% resource generation or the build will not work. Follow through. Again, our core skills become basic skills with Kepaleke. Then here changed 1 point in Vortex, and this is because we've actually dropped the Vortex rune to get another 20% more life, because 20% more life is more overpower damage. So we got rid of the Vortex rune, so we have Vortex on the skill bar now. We still get the counter attack passive effect here from our Midnight Sun ring, so we don't have to worry at all about that. So just use Vortex to pull the enemies, and we have 1 size roll here on the boots, just for like big pixels. Again, in the end game, like hard push, you might not need this, and just go with 1 more barrier generation roll, because again, the barrier generation is basically a multiplier, and you can just get way more than that. And we have 3 points now in Unrestrained Power. Again, we are basically always unstoppable, either by casting Armored Hide or we are using Gorilla. And since we have the Harlequin's Crest, we don't need any more points in Armored Hide. So we just have 1 point, we took them all out, and we took them into Unrestrained Power. I also don't have a diminishment here. If you feel like you're dying too much, you can put points in here and just get rid of some DPS. But yeah, this is active, 12% X damage, active all the time basically. Perseverance, damage reduction for resolve stacks. Armored Hide, we get our resolves, counter attack. Scourge here with healing. Then our Quill Volley is no longer a Gorilla skill, since we don't have Harmony if you play Shako. So there's no point in putting more points in Dominant. I just still have 1 point, because, for example, your Armored Hide and stuff actually has a chance to still execute the elites. But overall, you don't want to put more points in, because it doesn't work for the Quill Volley multiplier. Then we have 3 in Brilliance, 3 in Potent, 3 in Furnace, nothing changed. Triple here, nothing changed either. 1 in Hunter. And of course, Prodigy's Tempo for the crazy cooldown reduction. Okay, then on Paragon, we have Spirit, and just like before, big crit multiplier. We have the Vicious Shield, we have Kenny, and instead of Kenny, I guess you could also play Fulminate if you want. But I think Kenny, as far as I know, it works. Like, I don't know, some people have been bugging me, but they have not shown me any footage that it doesn't work. But I guess we have to test it at some point. And actually, I just saw that we... But yeah, either way, you can play Kenny or you can play Fulminate, whatever you want. Then we have Convergence here with Talon. Big multiplier for our Eagle skills. We have Revealing here with Colossal. So Colossal, since our skills are not Gorilla skills, the additive part won't work. That's why we don't have it populated at all. We just have it active, 25 points. And we still get the multiplicative, because it's generic, per resolve stack. And you see we have 10 resolve stacks, giving us 1.2x and another 1.21x on close enemies. So very, very strong glyph. And then last but not least, here on the right side, we have The Mandarist glyph here, multiplying our resources, is very important. Also a 1.3x multiplier that we get from this. And we have sapping here for even more resource generation. And then we also took all the barrier generation nodes and some of the ore res nodes here to get lightning res. Because else you're just not gonna have enough here for all your stuff. Actually, right now I have too much lightning res, so probably just can use these 2 points and get some more additive damage here all around. But yeah, that's pretty much the setup, my friends. Here, if you need some more armor, there are certainly a couple of factors here where you can put it in. Probably gonna take these 2 nodes here next. But yeah, that's pretty much the setup, guys. I'm gonna show you here some clips now of me playing this in high tier. And get a DPS is just crazy, hitting for billions and billions, and it's a super fun build. And try it out, it blasts the bosses, everything is one shot. Just get the soul brand, and if you don't have Shako, play Harmony of Ebewaka. I'm gonna show you here my 125 run with this. The planner is gonna be linked in the description below. Hope you enjoyed. Log in, Spritiborn, trillion DPS, let's go. Man, it's so many numbers, dude. DPS seems a bit lower, but I think my Shako has like the wrong masterwork as well. I don't know, it might be fine. It's also very hard to say from just one elite. Why is this guy moving all the time? Yeah, the cooldown is crazy now. Okay, the damage is crazy here, what? You see the melt? We're trying barrier gen Shako meta right now, guys. Still wanna finish these small guys, so we don't run out of progress. A good tip with the Shako, I mean, it's actually surprisingly good. It's also gonna stagger the boss extremely fast. There's like no density here, man. I'm like fighting single elite all the time. Oh, here they come. Yeah, it seems better with Shako. Oh god, I missed one. Harlequin's Crest, man, and I don't even have a good roll, dude. Maybe we'll craft some Shakos, guys. This is way better. I did not expect it to be that much better. Shako for the win. Boom, Shako Lako, we can say again. Finally, Shako is in the meta again, huh? Almost at a season where Shako is not the best helm for every class. Nope. It's also gonna stagger the boss extremely fast, I think, now. And we have more toughness. 1 trillion. We'll make an updated build guide, yes. It just feels bad not having Sudo. It's all hitting for a few billion already again. Even though I don't like these ranged guys. They're still melting like flies. I mean, I would perform better with all the numbers, but the numbers just make it cool. Big damage, people want to see. But yeah, you're definitely right. It will be a little easier to play with all the numbers because I could like exactly see where the freaking packs are. Here, I don't even know what they're doing. They just run away all the time. But most of them. Yeah, this is a bug on 100 and beyond. Like you just don't see the affixes. Man, can I stop moving around like all these packs in this floor? Like they just move all the time. If I just had some melee packs, I would have already won. And look, if they stay in, man, they insta melt. It's just like in this floor, like it's all like moving dudes. Everybody's just moving. Thanks for the gifted subs, man. Welcome in. Okay, just stay in, boys. Look, they just melt instantly if they stay in. But they just don't like to stay in. Gonna destroy them right where they spawn, man. No mercy. Is enough to kill these? Yep. No other pull. Okay, now we have big toughness. Or big boss door. This guy has a lot of life. I should be chill now again. No. The stagger is super fast now. Actual factual. What is 12-12? Yeah, this guy has a lot of life. That's for sure. I mean, we could try Air of Perdition too. But Shako with the resource is crazy. Like it gives you the resource, which makes it pretty wild. And stay. Well, the DPS on this guy seems like very similar though. I mean, we have to fortify, which might be insane. think I'll dodge his Lilith. We're gonna get into injured range. Okay, there she comes. That one is definitely best to dodge. The rest cannot break my barrier. I'm inclined to try if Lilith would one-shot me even. She might not. Oh yeah, that's a very chill fight now. That's gonna reach the state where you can like comfortably stay on him. Boom, 125. So this is the new setup, guys. With Harlequin's Crest. 125. Plus 3, man. Bam. No more Turiels. No more Harmony, guys. We are rocking Harlequin's Crest. And I don't even have this properly masterwork. You want max resource here. For just big DPS with Kepelecke. Then we're rocking Soulbrand for crazy barrier generation. Yeah, we're hitting for trillions and trillions with this build. Moonrise on the gloves. Tybet's Will. Ferocity stacks. I don't even have a good aspect. Not even here either. Then we have Kepelecke. We just got a new one, so we're rocking 350 resource. And you can get 400 resource if you have a good Shako and triple masterwork this one. Banished Lord's Talisman. In fact, our Quill Volley would be +2. It would be 24 ranks. Then we have the Redirected Force. Also not really that great. With the 58%. Midnight Sun to generate our resources again. And these are our stats. Like, I just don't even have max res at the moment. So there's more stuff to be gained. And yeah. 15k life, 15k barrier basically when we attack. And 15k fortify. Now from our Rahir guy with shield charge fortifying us. Further boosting our overpower damage. Jaguar, Spirit Hall. This one is hitting for, I think I saw up to 2 trillion with a T, man. This is finally with a T. We've crossed the barrier mark. Like I just show you here like some of the hits. Like this is like a hit we have done in around 1.6 trillion. But I've seen up to 2 trillion, maybe even in this run. And yeah, the DPS is going pretty crazy. And then this is the exact skill tree. I'm just gonna like go through this here real quick. So what we mainly changed is we got more barrier in and we got the full life for more overpower damage. Because it's scaling like crazy. So we have Spirit in the starter board. And this is the passive that makes us deal more damage with more barrier. Together with a Canny for non-physical damage. With Convergence here. All the multipliers. Talon. And then up here we have a Revealing with Colossal. Which still works even though our Quill Volley is not a gorilla skill anymore. It's a generic multiplier. At least the main effect here. So we get 2% X for each resolve stack that we have. And then, of course, we have Sapping here with Mangerist. And that gives us even more resources here. Like, look at all the juicy resources. And yeah, probably can reach up to 400. This build's amazing. I'm going to put the planner below. There's like actually like one last change I need to make. So we just need to put the Harlequin's Crest right here. This is like the full barrier gen. Shako version. We want to masterwork the resource. And we also changed the runes actually, so sorry about that, I forgot. So we have Pog Q, still Bulwark, and then we are rocking in the weapon now. We are rocking Xol Xal for max life, which increases even more overpower damage. And yeah, we put this in the weapon now. Oh, I didn't change it here. So we want to evoke the power. Pog Q Xol Xal. That's the combination, guys. Link is gonna be below. Trillions of damage, Spiritborn. Once more, let's go. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like or a comment. I'm also live on Twitch almost every day, so come and say hi.